and sitting there, and we're going to get into the outfit and the ridiculous expense, all of it. But just this picture sums up what I think is ridiculous and awful about this moment. And I'm seeing your comments. You're saying that poor boy. That's exactly what I said. That poor child who's having to sit there and pretend like he's happy to be there. It's using people as props. Once again, we see it with Hank and Skank all the time. We saw it, I believe, in my opinion, with the veterans and stuff, with people in wheelchairs, and then here with these children, and it just disgusts me. Let's continue on. Let me show you this. Let's see here. So there's that picture. Let me show you this. You can see that picture. Now let me show you this picture. Sorry, I'm sorting out the pictures. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. This is a picture of Catherine visiting a child in a children's hospital. This was one when she and William were on tour several years ago. I believe they're in India at this point. I can't remember. But here she is with a sick child. Do you see the difference? Catherine is not smiling for the camera. She is engaged with this child. Catherine is not holding court in the middle of a children's hospital like Meghan was. There's actually a video. I wish I had it here with me. I do not, unfortunately, but where she's beckoning people to come to her versus the other way around. I find that so despicable. I really do. This really hit me hard. To me, I would put this on the level of that school stuff that I don't like to talk about. You know what I'm talking about with the victims of the school tragedy, where she continues to use that to try to get publicity for herself. I feel like this is that once again, just in a different setting. So again, look at the difference. You have Catherine going to the children, playing with the children, wearing something appropriate for where she's at, but also that allows her to move and to engage with the children. It's not about the expense of the item. It's not about any of that. It's about the children, as it should be, right? So I think this picture says a lot, the differences. But let's keep going because I have so much more, and I will get to your comments. And I know Jay's bursting to talk about this too. Yeah, Jay's going. I know. I feel the same way. Let's keep going. No. Let's see here. I did the Catherine. Okay, here we go. Here's another thing that I wanted to draw your attention to. This was, I never say your name right. I apologize. I want to share this posted by Princess Devastellar. I thought this was just such a good point. Using sick kids to promote herself is so wrong. When keeping the UK titled kids hidden, Meghan is the biggest scammer in history. So I don't talk about her kids, as you know. I talk about the idiot parents, and so that's what I'm talking about with this. Yeah, isn't that interesting? That she has no problem posing with these sick children to try to benefit herself, and yet never anything about her own kids. Anybody else find that so completely odd? Because I do. Also, I've said before, I would actually respect them if they were looking out for the kids, but in my opinion, that's not what it is, because they bring up the Wales children quite a bit. We just saw it happen when they were in Canada. And so it's not privacy. They're being weird. And this is, weird isn't a strong enough word. They're being gross with this, I think. Using sick kids to promote herself while keeping the UK taxpayer titled mystery kids hidden. I find that so odd. All right, let's keep going. And I do see the comments absolutely blowing up. I know I want to talk about all of this stuff. All right, let's keep going. I did that. Let's talk about, oh, here we go. My twins here. Oops, sorry. Hold on. Stephanie. All right, let's talk about the Sidley twins. You know, I love them. I was texting with her about how disgusting all this is. And I'm going to show you what video to watch because they go into this too. And they're lovely and I love them. But Stephanie Sidley, if you're not familiar, they do the twin talk, of course, here on YouTube. I always shout them out because they're lovely. But Stephanie had posted this. So if Meghan Markle went to Children's Hospital on March 21st, why did she release the pics today? Any decent person would have kept the visit private, especially after hashtag Princess Catherine's cancer diagnosis. This woman has no empathy. And I love exactly what Stephanie's saying, but also that sign that that person is holding is my whole world. I texted Stephanie. I was like, I cannot stop laughing about that. I told Stephanie, I need you to follow me around with this sign because I feel this exact same way. Our expectations for you were low, but holy F, that's how I'm feeling right now. And everybody, I see your comments saying you love the twins. Me too. They're wonderful. But I said, this is why I love Stephanie Sidley. She's wonderful. The sign is brilliant. But truly, she brings up such a good point. Exactly what I'm saying as well. This woman has no empathy. And the whole thing is so odd. Now, let's keep going because I have more and it's going to get weirder. Here we go. Guys, this popped up this morning. I have been dying to talk about this with you all. Meghan Markle, this is courtesy of Daily Mail. Meghan Markle hands out signed Polaroids to young patients at the Children's Hospital. All right. So I just want you to think about that. She's using the sick kids. She's handing out Polaroids. She's autographing them in the Children's Hospital. She's giving out autographs in a Children's Hospital. Does that hit anybody else so completely crazy? In fact, I'm going to let Jay cut in because he had such a good point about this because it just hit me so wrong.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, does that kid even know who Meghan Markle is? Do you think he's been sitting around watching Suits? He's like, oh wow, characters welcome. I doubt that. I mean, I don't know how old he is. He looks young, maybe 10. There's no way he knows who Meghan. You know, maybe through the news or something. He's like, oh yeah, he's the one that married that other one. But I mean, it's so opportunistic to take a photo like that. And I guess the thing, and some people pointed this out in the chat already, like from my knowledge base, one of the frequent groups of people that do this are wrestlers, like WWE wrestlers. They participate a lot with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And as somebody pointed out, John Cena, one of their top guys for a while, he has the record for the most wishes granted. How many photos have I seen of that? Very few. They don't really tout that a lot. I mean, it comes out every now and then like, hey, we do this. It's more just like, they don't promote it in a gross way. They have done that with things in the past, but nothing like this. Not, using a sick child as a prop. I mean, they've been doing this since I was a kid. I remember, I think they did a thing on maybe Jerry Springer of all things, but I remember Razor Ramon came out and gave some sick kid a copy of his championship belt at the time. And, it was just kind of it may have been when they started doing it, but they even though it was Jerry Springer, it was still more classy than this one was. It was just like, hey, this kid's not doing good, so let's hang out with him and, have some fun. It doesn't look like he's having fun. I mean, it's just so gross to look at. I mean, and we know the track record, so we know what the motivation is behind photos like these. So I don't know what else to say beyond that. But I mean, yeah, as many of the wishes, like if you add all the wrestlers up, like it's a really big deal now. So I mean, they make a big deal about John Cena being the top guy, but there's a few not far behind him. And they don't publicize it. Like I think it may be Roman Reigns. I think he may be close to Cena, and I didn't know that. And as a fan, I've been watching for a long time, so that tells you how little they brought that out there. It's not like, hey, look what we're doing, ha ha ha. Give us money for reasons. It's just something they do. I mean, that's kind of one of the things. I mean, arguably most of or a big chunk of their audience is children, sometimes man children, but I mean, the wrestlers. So I mean, they're basically as close to a real life superhero as you can get. If you're into that, if you're a kid watching the show, so that would mean a lot. And fortunately, they do that for some kids, and they don't make a big deal out of it. It's usually pretty private. Like if you Google that, you can probably find some photos. But I mean, out of how many thousands of kids John Cena's met, I doubt there's thousands of photos out there like him saying, check me out, look what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really remember him bringing it up himself personally. I think he just